Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. I've been gone for a long time. You may not have noticed it because I had such a banked amount of videos that were set to play every day at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time that you didn't even notice. But I have been gone since before Christmas. It's now March 10th, and we're back. You may be seeing this probably around the 19th, but we're back. This is my introduction for today's topic, and what I want to discuss for you is type 1 diabetes and Ogilvie syndrome from the viewpoint of someone who's living with it right now. It's not great, but you can survive. So I'll be right back and we'll get going with today's topic. See you later. Bye. What is Ogilvie syndrome and how does it interact with type 1 diabetes? Or, to be perfectly fair, we should say all diabetes. It diabetes brings on Ogilvie syndrome with being sort of out of control and sort of a blah lifestyle, and sugar makes everything go crazy. Pure and simple. So, Ogilvie syndrome is where your body acts like there's a blockage within your intestine. In fact, another name for Ogilvie syndrome is a pseudo blockage. I'm putting in sort of very simplistic terms here. But your body acts as if there is a blockage there. But little clue here, there ain't no blockage there. And the Ogilvie syndrome, one of the main components of it is your bowels don't work the way they should be. Now, the good news about Ogilvie syndrome is it comes on sudden. I don't know if that's the good news, but it can also disappear very quickly. There are less amount of people who have sort of the same part of Ogilvie syndrome as I do, which is called chronic. Now, people who are working with Ogilvie syndrome can suffer constipation, weight loss, loss of appetite, which aren't great for diabetics. Now, this little guy here, the pump, is great for diabetics who have to take insulin and who aren't working with a basal of a long-acting insulin and then giving boluses. It's hard to control. If you gave insulin for the amount of food you were going to eat, you would have to eat that. If I take a look at the food and I decide, well, I don't want to eat the whole thing, I can do the count the carbs, take the carbs for what I want to eat, and then move on. Ogilvie affects, now let me get this right, the transverse. So if you think of your colon as kind of a U shape going down to the rectum, it will affect the transverse, the descending, and the cecum. Sorry, that was my little. When they take a look, usually by x-rays, they find that there is no blockage there. But instead of a blockage, they find that the gut is sort of paralyzed. So it's not moving the food along as it should. Now, a lot of people, as I mentioned before, are constipated, and this is no good. So one of the treatments is that you want to make sure that you keep laxatives going so you won't end up in serious need of surgery. My type was always very sort of running stool sort of diarrhea. I had severe diarrhea. I never knew when it was going to come on. It would just come on. The weight loss part of the symptom of Ogilvie syndrome never really affected me until recently. Now, the Ogilvie syndrome has made more of an appearance, and it's like, I don't know when, I don't know where. The other day, and we'll do a topic, I think tomorrow we'll do a topic on this, where my body just kept releasing all day. And it can mimic, as we said before, a lot of other illnesses. So, what are you going to do? You have to do the best. If you're leaning on the constipation side of Ogilvie syndrome, make sure you take medication, laxative form, sort of like PEG. PEG is a laxative. You could add it to juice. You could drink it. You could have it with water. And I actually enjoy it. Now, if I can actually tolerate it, it's got to be easy. But you want to keep your stools moving as easy as possible. Your doctors may have other drugs that will help you. Now, for myself, being the other side, we didn't use laxatives. I have started to enter into some of the constipation side, and we started using PEG, and it has worked fairly well. So, you don't want to eat. You can have rapid weight loss, A, because you don't eat, and B, weight loss can just happen. Unexplained weight loss can just sort of be there. Da, da, da. If you find you're having constipation, pain, diarrhea, unexplained weight loss, get it checked out. Excuse me. Make an appointment to see your doctor. Have them schedule an appointment to see a gastroenterologist. Will all be in your best interest. Don't fool around with this. You may need to get a colonoscopy or colonoscopy and endoscopy, where they look through both ends. Colonoscopy, it's a lot of prep for something that happens like that, and the next thing you know, you're being wheeled out. When I had my colonoscopy the first time, I was so freaked out about it. But then it was happening, and I was going, okay, fine. But they may need to do that to verify. You will have an abdominal x-ray. That is going to come. But if you have any doubts, speak to your doctor. If your constipation and the pain gets unbearable, go see a doctor in an emergency room setting if you're unable to see a doctor. You will need medical help to solve the issue. Pure and simple. Don't be doing second guesses. It's not worth it. I hope this opens up your eyes and say, hey, I've been suffering from that for years. Do I have Ogilvie syndrome? You might. Don't just go off treating yourself. Get seen by a doctor, get referred, and get tested. There is one other thing. There is a powerful drug that you can be given to help stimulate your intestines. That has to be given in an ICU setting. I was admitted to the ICU. I've had this drug, and it lasts maybe 2-3 hours. You do a whole bunch of rounds of releasing, we'll just call it releasing the hound, shall we? But hopefully that's enough to get you back onto a pattern. But never second guess. Get to a doctor and be seen by a doctor. That is your first step. If you suspect any of these symptoms, IBS could be one, IBC can also be another. Just get things checked. With that, we'll be right back with the next topic. Talk to you later. The next vlog topic will be our next topic will be just to check up on myself. Since I've been away for so long, I want to go over a few things about my condition, where I am, what doctors I've seen. So stay tuned. It should be a fun little discussion. Have a great day. We'll talk again soon. Bye now.